Good evening, everybody. It is race time again. How are y'all doing? It's actually kind of chilly here in Austin. Just freezing my ass off today.
Yeah, I was going to say chilly. Is that what we're calling it? Because I'd call it effing freezing.
Come on. If Northerners going to get upset with us. It was like 40s.
I'm in Texas.
Cold, though. I know. I was definitely cold, though.
Yeah, no. The language I want to use, Heinz will not appreciate on the stream.
But anyway, tonight, folks, it is good to see you. Thanks for joining. Hi, Krieger. Good to hear you clacking around back there, buddy.
Yes, clickety-clackety. It's because I have food.
Oh, tonight we are at Le Mans. We have a little bit of a smaller field than normal tonight, of course, because of the holidays with so many people out. But we're still going to race anyway. And those other guys just miss out on points. It's their loss.
We even gave them a 2-week break coming up here.
I know. All that time, and they still got to miss some. Like I was saying earlier, it was Friday. I couldn't figure out why the hell traffic was so bad, and then I realized there are people that get vacations. Oh, well.
Rush hour traffic is kind of starting to come back as well.
Slowly. Nature is returning to its normal course.
Well, you know what's great for me in my industry is people have forgotten how to drive
yes.
in this time. So, yeah, lots of crashed cars. It's
yes,
wonderful.
Lots of commissions. It's wonderful, he says, as somebody out in the audience is probably sitting there going, man, I got rear-ended today. What you saying is wonderful.
Audience, I'm sorry, but I make money directly off of your misfortune.
Your pain is literally his gain.
No, you're not wrong.
See? I told you. So, currently no data on any of our racers yet. We have yet to have anybody complete a lap.
How dare they?
Hopefully Mr. Hines will remember to keep the time data up on the screen for us since we don't have our second feed tonight. So that's kind of a handy thing.
Unless Twitch decides to work on its life.
Yeah. Our other cameraman is unfortunately unable to stream to Twitch this evening. We are not sure why.
Kind of hard to have a cameraman that can't stream.
Yeah, apparently the entire internet is broken today.
Yeah, I've had some issues all day.
Yep. Well, apparently there was some massive... Apparently Google themselves screwed their stuff up bad early today. So...
Nope, somebody got fired.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. So Nick J putting up our first time for the evening here in our warm-ups in Moto 3 in Le Mans. A 145.5. Good to see them getting out there and doing it.
Interesting camera angles from his stream right now. Okay, now it's back.
Yeah. It was doing some weird stuff there. I'm not sure what's going on with it. It was autopiloting.
I don't think that was autopilot. I don't know what he was doing.
I don't know what that was. He's just playing with settings. And Bichon making himself apparent. 3.4 seconds behind Mr. J. This evening looks like Mr. Key decided to show up as well. Stormy is back for some fun.
Yeah, I was going to say Stormy Daniels is here. Now, what's interesting is I don't see Bear.
I thought I saw Bear earlier. He might have gotten... No, there he is. I see his...
Oh, there he is.
Yeah. How are you missing it?
I'm blind.
Yeah, as blind as I am.
Makes sense.
So, Voss and Bear here this evening, and Baird, of course. He can't miss. He has to be right next to Bear. That way it's hard for me to announce races. Always appreciate him making my life rough.
Just have some good enunciation, some good diction, and we'll be okay here.
Enunciation.
Peter Piper.
No, I refuse. Stormy.
She sells seashells.
She sells seashells by the seashore. Yes, sir. Stormy taking up that first slot with a 142.7, throwing down the gauntlet to Jay. So we'll see if he can reply. He's obviously been great the last few races, so I bet we'll see him do pretty well this evening. He's been very consistent in Moto 3 lately. Focusing on it has really worked out well for him. And everybody else, I think Al finally getting his way out onto the track here. Maybe we'll see him put down lap time.
Since we're waiting on some times to pop up here, an interesting AMA announcement just came to my attention here. The AMA is mad about people putting cameras and things like that on their helmet.
Really? Why?
Yes, this is a direct quote. All helmets must be intact, and no modification may be made to their construction that alters the helmet from the condition it was tested and approved. The helmet is made to provide protection and is not a platform to attach foreign objects. For example, cameras and other accessories are, in capitals, not permitted to be attached to the rider's helmet.
Yeah, well, you're not my real dad. I don't know. I understand their point, but at the same time, it's almost like riding motorcycles is dangerous or something. At least that's the rumor.
I guess my stance on it has always been, do you really think a GoPro mount is strong enough to hurt you?
Maybe. Entirely possibly. I mean, I have the bad idea mount on there. I know if things go sideways, that thing's going to catch me right in the throat. But personally, if I have a bad wreck, I just want it to end.
Oh, the one on the nose?
Yeah, the Dango.
You know, frankly, I think the thing's just going to break off and it's just going to go off track. I mean, realistically, I don't see much of an issue with something on your helmet, because if you contact it, it's wow, that's a looped wheelie.
Ouch.
But it's going to break off, and it's not like you're hitting a stopped object. If you're doing 100 miles, it's doing 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, but I will say, you very often the reason you have the protection low on the helmet is for jaw protection, because that's normally what hits on your face first.
Of course.
That's the reason the brain buckets that the Harley riders like to wear are just like, dude, you might as well not wear a helmet like you want to anyway.
Yeah, I like my chin and jaw in its factory condition.
Yeah. But that being said, that thing coming loose at the right, I can see where it could cause some real damage, but I'm an idiot, so. Frankly, I just want to escape the rest of you. I want it to end, so I want it to just hit me right in the throat and call it done.
We can put some of them eBay spikes on your windscreen.
There we go. I'll take care of it as well.
Make it so when you high side and go over the bars, you just impale yourself.
Yep. That'll solve the problem. We seem to have lost our times.
Race direction. Why. Where's our data?
Yeah. We like race data, bro. There it is. It's back. So Voss sitting 1.8 seconds behind Stormy at this point. We'll see if he can bring that time down. And I don't recall if he's had much time to practice this week. So see what he can do with it.
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Yep. I know everybody's been starting to get busy with the holidays and everything, so I have no idea who's been practicing and who hasn't.
I have not, if anybody was wondering.
Yeah, we always assume.
We just show up for race day here and just say words.
Yeah, I hope I do good enough and don't suck at this. Dude, this turn one on this track, that nasty little juke is just like... It always, when you watch it, it seems to have the weirdest flow on a track, you know?
You know,
or excuse me, turn two.
Of the devil asking God if he can make one thing?
Yeah.
Yes, turn one.
Yeah, it's kind of like, wow, what in the hell are you even thinking putting that one together? The French clearly hate people. Yeah, the French are clearly just angry.
Well, I could have told you that without looking at turn one.
Yeah, I know. It's true. Yep, they have a
I don't
couple
think
of.
we've clarified if Bichon is French or French Canadian.
We've never gotten the answer. We probably never will.
The world may never know.
Never. Oh, and I always
French
forget.
guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So that's what it is.
Heinz
Thanks.
popping in on the actual stream.
Hi, Heinz. Excuse me, that juke is 3 and 4. I always forget that it's just a weird turn numbering on the track, too.
Turn 1's pretty brutal on this track as well.
They count 1 and 2 as the same thing. It's like that whole little piece there, that sweeper, is considered 1 and 2.
It kind of annoys me when tracks do that. That's much like 16, 17, 18 at Coda.
Yeah, it's like, come on, dude, it's
Like-
Tower Corner. We're like, why even? Okay.
Yeah, that ain't 3 corners, guys. That's 1.
Yeah, I guess they count from everywhere that a new radius starts or something along those lines.
We're numbering apexes, I guess.
Yeah. Yep.
Really, the field not changing much here tonight.
Yeah, everybody kind of trying to move their times down, but not moving a whole bunch so far. Maybe everybody's just kind of getting warmed up. That
It
or
is
they
cold
don't.
outside.
Yeah. Not according to the game. It's like it's 70, and I'm like, God, I wish it was.
Seriously, though.
I certainly wish. That ain't what we actually got, though.
Yeah, no, like my heater's running. What kind of garbage is that?
Again, there's just a bunch of people up north right now calling you a pussy, and that's all there is to it.
Fine, so be it. You know.
Now here's the funny thing. They count that sweeper from 1 and 2. They count that as the same thing. But you look at that back of that back corner of the track. That thing is basically a double apex, and they call that a single turn. What the hell, France? What are you doing? You're drunk, France.
Duh.
Duh.
Well, see, when they did the first half of the track, they were sober, and then they broke out the wine.
That makes sense now. Stormy's still sitting at a 142.5. Unable to move it down any further.
I mean, that is a lightning fast lap.
It really
Hey,
is.
guys. So some interesting information. Stormy is number 1 on the leaderboards on Xbox in level 3.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh God!
He's
okay, good luck, everybody else.
And he's for some reason he's coming in here slumming it with this little scrub league. All right. I'll take that. That would explain it.
That would explain a whole lot. Yes.
So clearly he's going to have his hustle on this evening. It's all right. I got confidence in our boys. They'll learn from it. Getting their asses kicked just a little bit's good for them. I believe that was another one of our Cali guys.
I couldn't remember if he was Cali or European.
I believe he was one of our new Cali folks here. Sitting on board right now with Nick J. Ooh, that tail moving around a lot this evening.
Yeah, that thing's wagging pretty hard.
Yeah, it is. And that's from his view. We're not seeing any weird latency stuff. That's just, he's got a tail moving on him.
Well, you know, that's kind of how this game gives you that feel. It's
Yeah.
not necessarily my favorite way, but it does it visually rather than, you know, I guess with a rumble pack or something. I just called it a rumble pack. I'm old.
Yeah, see, for some reason that's all counted as one turn, but they count that sweeper at the front as 2 turns. Okay. Whatever, France.
Yeah, dude, if anything, so they were drunk by the time they got to turn 8. Is really what I'm...
It has to be. Or they were lazy. The same way, like, every word in French, you just kind of get rid of the end. They did the same with their track. Nah. It is late on the track, and I am tired. We shall call that one turn.
You know, I was trying to make a joke and I couldn't think of what 8 in French was quick enough.
I don't know it at all. That's because I'm ignorant. I speak 2 languages, English and Southern.
I feel like I'm missing 2 numbers counting to 10 in French.
Well, if you get there before you should get there, yes, you're missing numbers.
What's the thing? Am I forgetting the last 2 or am I missing 2 in the middle?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. That's the issue.
I don't speak French. You're on your own there, sir. So at this point, qualifying is completed. Bear, our last guy out on the track. Go on board with him for a moment and see how he's looking at track level. Not a bad time there. A 145.1.
So, I wasn't wrong. I just forgot the rest of the 10 would be the answer.
Okay.
If anybody was wondering. I'm just an idiot. It's okay.
Oh, I thought Bear was our last one on the track. Turns out Stormy decided to go out and pull one more lap here. So we will see what he gets. Definitely looking good. That first section, not so hot, but the second third rather. Or maybe not. Okay. There we are. So your front row this evening going to be Stormy, Voss, and Bear. Second row going to be Jay, Key, and Bichon. And Baird going to be back on the third row, having not turned in a time during qualifying, unfortunately. So we'll see if he does a little better during the race.
He just wanted a challenge, that's all.
Yeah, that's what it was. Starting from the back of the pack's easier.
You know, I really am blind and probably deaf tonight. I almost just said, where's Voss? The hell is wrong with me?
Oh, you had too many of them head injuries, son. Just keep the bike under you. Just do that. And you'll actually, your brain will work and you'll see stuff that's on the screen.
The problem is occasionally when the bike is on top of me.
Yeah.
You probably start to struggle.
I would start doing, I would start doing the keeping the bike under you thing. I think that'll make a difference.
I think you're asking for far too much right now, and I need to just shift your expectations.
I probably am, and I apologize.
Ooh, Ferris wheel. Who goes to a racetrack and is like, yeah, I'm going to ride the Ferris wheel?
Hey, the same one that says, hey, can I get in that really tall tower?
I've never been up Dakota Tower.
It's a tall tower that you kind of trade with other people. That's all it is.
You know, at this point, I've got hundreds of laps around COTA, have seen multiple races there, never even considered climbing the tower. I see all those stairs and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm good, dog. Don't even trip.
You are so weak. So weak. I need to do it at some point.
With every stair step, your knee lets out a nice little pop. You can talk to me.
You are so weak. Oh my god. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So we are just about
dog sigh. That was not me sighing.
Yeah, I heard it. So we are just about ready to start here. Ready getting their final settings dialed in and ready to go, and we will start our first race of the evening, which is going to be Moto3 at Le Mans on the Xbox.
Well, and before we kick that off, always a good time to mention our sponsors for this race series.
Yes.
A special thank you to Wood Cycle Country, Motorangutan, Motul, Mass Motorsports, and Pirelli / South Central Race Center, because I still have not clarified that.
Yeah, we kind of... It would be nice to know exactly what's going on there.
Hey, you know what? They can both get a shout out for me because South Central Race Center is always taking care of me, and I always buy my Pirelli straight from them. So, you know, it's what it is.
Yep. On the chat, Mr. Rocha on there saying, "Let's go, boys! Risk it for the brisket."
I believe Roach is on an aircraft right now.
Rocha, you're supposed to be on the track. What's wrong with you,
Well, I mean,
son?
flying through the air or high
I
side
know.
like he usually does really not much of a difference.
No. Alrighty, here we go. First race of the evening. And we are off. And Stormy with an excellent start. Bear also doing quite well out of the gate there. Key not far off of him. Baird shaking out in the middle of the pack after not setting any laps down. Good to see that he's decided he has, in fact, come to race.
Hey, no bowling.
Yeah, they managed to get it through clean, despite the fact that 3 to 4 is just, man, it's ugly every time. Jay finding himself back in 6th, Bichon back in 7th. And Baird pushes his way up into 3rd. Key in 2nd. But the pack there generally looking pretty close together. Oof. Some very tight passing up front. Yeah, whoa!
Oh, he passed right there.
Oh, no! That'll put Key and Baird way out in the sand. That was rough.
That certainly was.
So now on board with Al Bear, sitting back in 3rd, trying to chase down Voss. Both of them lagging behind Stormy. Woo! And Jay, look at this nice aggressive pass here. Pushes Bear a little bit inside.
Bear holds the spot, though.
Yes, he does for the moment.
No,
Jay deciding.
There he goes.
Jay
All
deciding
right,
that
Jay, good
13.
pass.
Yeah. Deciding that 13 and 14 is a good place to go ahead and make his presence known. Excellent pass by Nick J.
That is risking it for the brisket.
That was. Good fight between him and Bear there. Bear, though, you can see trying to keep a really aggressive line.
Yeah, kind of a little swoopy there. Definitely going to cost him a bit of time.
Yep, a little bit. He was definitely trying to make up what he lost there, and it cost him a little bit. And yep, gets a little on the infield. And that's going to push him back a bit.
Pucker moment.
Yep, certainly is. Definitely recovering some there. Still hanging back behind Jay, who is actually starting, you can see that he's starting to get himself together. Starting to feel his rhythm here, and it's definitely showing.
I feel like Bear is pushing quite hard right now just due to the little mistakes adding up.
Yep.
Like that. Almost sending himself to the moon right there.
Yeah, that was a little rough. He's having a bit of a rough start this evening. I get the feeling we'll start to see him better during the later races. He's having a little
He
trouble
tends
here.
to excel in the later ones as well.
Yeah,
where,
he does.
As we've seen, Nick J's race is definitely Moto 3 here.
Yep.
But apparently Stormy's even more so.
Yeah, Stormy is just way out ahead tonight. But then again, as we were informed, that's the guy apparently that's running top of the boards worldwide for Xbox GP20 on Moto 3. So I'm gonna try to.
This guy in our.
I don't know, but I'm gonna try to contain my surprise. Jump it up to
He's here
Nick
for a
J's
little pile of
perspective
garbage.
here. Yep.
Wow. The McDonald's internet from Nick.
Just running some rough compression there.
If by
Good.
that you mean I can count pixels, then yes.
Yes. Good line through 3 and 4, though. Yeah, he's looking
Solid.
like pretty. Yeah, he's looking like pretty solid lines. He's definitely carrying the speed. Yeah, he's letting himself go wide a little bit on things so he can hang on to the speed. So, good solid lines around the track and being very consistent. Obviously, managed to avoid what little wrecking happened thus far.
I wonder if his good lines and his success in the little bike racing here correlates to his all the riding he's been doing on his 250 lately.
Yeah, it might. I think he's starting to really get that concept.
Well, little bike lines are weird,
They are. Oh, and Bichon having it off, unfortunately.
Whoops.
We can see here Baird back in 5th. Behind Bear by about 3.8 seconds. So despite the fact that Bear having a bit of trouble trying to keep up with Jay this evening, obviously he's not slow compared to the rest of our field. Up front, Voss still trying to chase down Stormy, but man, I don't know if that's going to happen tonight.
Yeah, well, with the record at this track now, if I had an Xbox handy, I'd be trying to look up what his standings are on the other race classes.
Yeah. Oh, Bear still trying to chase down Nick J. And not looking too bad at it, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. Jay is just consistent this evening. That's been our thing. It's always seemed like he had fine lap times, just not consistency. And this season, he's starting to get consistency, and it's making a difference for him.
He's real consistent. He's real smooth.
Yeah.
But Stormy and Voss are just running away from him.
They really are. And jumping on board with Voss here, you can see coming into 8th behind Stormy. Ooh, Voss actually a little bit wide. I'm going to call commentator's curse on that one.
Yeah, well, he's going for the Kawasaki line,
Yeah, it goes really fast in a straight line, and then you don't know what to do when you get to the turn. Is that how it goes?
He is a Kawasaki rider.
It is true.
Ooh, a little wide again here.
It works. He cleaned it up afterwards.
He did make it work.
Yep, he managed to pull that bit.
Out on him a little bit though.
Yep, he pulled that
guys,
back in.
I've got an update for you.
Huh?
So I couldn't get everybody, but Medusa is running hard front, hard soft.
Wow.
Jay is running hard front, soft rear. Albert is going ham with the soft setup.
Oof.
Matt
Ballsy.
Baird is running soft hard, and Sam Kerr is running hard.
Okay.
This is vastly different.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Yeah, wow.
They're just everybody's got their own strategy, and I don't mind that. That makes it interesting.
Now, what's interesting is Bear running soft. Looking at his tire wear, it's not much different from everybody else's.
It's not terribly bad. On the lighter bikes, I'd wager you can get away with stuff like that a lot easier. You got less power to deal with, you got less weight to deal with. I would wager they take that into account on their models.
Now, Stormy's is interesting. Stormy's eaten through the right side of the tire significantly.
Yeah.
But so is Voss, I guess. Oh, no,
Yeah, it's a generally right turn biased track, so I expect to see the rights get eaten up. There are a lot of right turns on this track. So right now you can see there, Bear still unable to chase down Jay. He's closer, but I have no idea. He is definitely giving it a shot. You can see here Baird a good 6.5 seconds back off of Bear at this point. It's gonna be hard for him to catch him. I think really the only potential change we're gonna have in this race is Bear trying to chase down Jay, which is for the podium. But Jay is just being consistent this evening. It's not going to be an easy catch.
If Stormy made a big enough mistake to crash, that'd put Voss in front.
It would, but Stormy is just a monster. Has been every moment we've had him on the track.
Stormy is absolutely a monster, but nobody's perfect.
No,
So we'll
no,
see.
they're not. It could still happen. They are managing to get within spitting distance of Jay, not quite able to spit on him. Just can't make it happen.
Come on, guys. Clean it up. Let's spit.
He's giving it a good shot, though. Yep, getting within half a second at some points. It's going to be a matter of trying to get him on the brakes. Ooh, look at this coming through 8. Very tight line from Bear, and Jay just a little bit loose.
Well, let's see what happens down this straight here with the difference in lines. And yeah, Jay is walking away ever so slightly.
Yep, you can see Bear trying to stay in the draft because he has a slower setup, so he needs the draft.
I think walking away there was due to Jay's line.
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible. Bear, he's looking for that inside line coming into every turn. Yeah. He is just going, okay, I'm going to be a little tight on the inside because he's got the softer compound so he can stick the turn harder. He's definitely trying to use it to his advantage, but he just can't make it happen. And now we are on the penultimate lap.
I was thinking you were going to miss it. Good job. Proud of you.
I sometimes know what I'm doing with this commentating thing. I pretend.
Don't lie to me.
Oh, look at this aggressive and overdoes it. Looking for it coming into 3, just carries too much speed.
Okay, can we talk about the way that bike exploded again?
Yeah. Oh no, and then it does put Jay out as well.
But does not change any positions.
Does not.
Except it puts Baird real close to Bear.
Yeah, it does. It is going to make this last couple of laps really challenging for him. Yeah, Bear just tried way too hard to try and get the pass on the inside there. We saw him getting closer and closer, and then he just pushed it too late. And that one cost
It
him.
happens.
Yep.
I'm not overly upset for that one.
Just a little update for you guys. We got good sportsmanship from Albert. He gave the spot back.
That's what I thought.
Jay recovered.
Yeah, that's what I thought there. I'm like, he must have let him through. So that is good of him.
Bear's always a good sportsman.
Yep, that is one thing I'll give him credit for. But it's why when we had earlier in the season, when he got disconnected last turn, last lap, winning a race by just dominating it, everybody said, no, give him the win. So
That's one of the things that I hope to preserve about this league. I mean,
Yep.
we've got prizes, we've got everything, but everybody's friendly.
Yep. I
We
think
don't need
these
any of
dudes.
these over-competitive guys coming in here and ruin the spirit of it.
I think these dudes just want a good race. From everything I've seen. So up front, Stormy has managed to stretch out a 4-second lead over Voss at this point. Wow, Jay cutting 4 hard.
That's a creative line.
Yeah, that was going to incur a bit of a penalty for him, I'm sure, at the end of the race. Right now, he has. Yeah, he has about 1 second accrued in penalties, so he's going to need to stretch it out over Bear. Yep, he's got a second accrued. Bear, though, has a 1.5 seconds, so he has to not only pass Jay, but he has got to get way past him.
I don't see that happening, but what I do see happening is look how close Baird is to Bear.
Yes, he is.
Penalties get him here.
Yeah, it could. If Baird can hang on to his current position, though, you can see he's got a very hot, very worn rear tire.
He sure does.
Yes, he does. Ooh, Bear cutting up close on Jay again, though. He knows he doesn't have much time left. You can see here. Oh, look at these attempts at passes. Bear knows if he's going to do it, he's got to do it now. Oh, coming through, looking at the final 2 turns.
Just hold it together, guys.
Oh,
Crashing
just
would
swung
be
it.
at the stage.
Swung it too wide on the final turn. That's going to put him in fourth. Jay will take his, I believe, what's that? His third podium this season? Second or third? Something like that?
Oh, don't ask me for statistics.
Yeah, I know it's at least his second podium, and if not his third. He is, like I said, having a great season so far. Yeah, when you don't feel bad about third when you're up against, the fastest guy literally on the Xbox right now in this class.
Joke.
Oh, let's see, and that's
why I want you to be like, oh my god, and Stormy won. Like it was just kind of anticipated.
Yeah. So there we are. Man, you can see how close those two were in lap times as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bear actually did have a faster top lap time, but not by much. But then you can see Stormy up front, a 142.9. So Stormy going to be your first. Voss in second. Jay in third. Bear just barely missing with fourth. Baird very close to in fifth. A lot of competition up front there. Bichon and Key, unfortunately, the victims of wrecks early on. Key, a victim of his own wreck, and I think Bichon probably made his own mistake out there, too, later in the race. So that'll be the results for our first race of the evening. Give us let's see, what do we have, about 7 minutes? Yeah, about 7 minutes to our next race coming up here. That'll be Moto2 qualifying at Le Mans on the Xbox. Thank you for watching. Thank you, racers, for racing. And we will be back very, very shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are just about ready to get started with our second round here. How y'all doing? Hope y'all are
Still cold.
Yeah, hope y'all are more cold resistant than Nick is, because apparently this boy's a wimp. See, now it's weird that you're the one whining about the cold. I thought you were Mr. I like riding in dirt. That's always the best in the cold.
I never said I liked riding in dirt in the cold. There was never that stipulation.
That is the best way to do it. Hell, most sports. I know when I played soccer, that was always my favorite. When we'd play in like 40, 50 degree weather, loved it. Could run all day on that.
Nope.
I'm like a turbocharged engine. I run better when you force cold air down the front.
Nah, man, 70 or 80 and I'm perfect.
God. Not for sports.
90, it's getting a little hot. 100, I'll deal. 110, I'm starting to have issues.
At the track, I'm all about having the warmer than 60 degree days, but in the dirt, I haven't done it in the cold yet, but I think I wouldn't have too much of a problem. Already.
So the problem I run into with that is you start really layered up, right?
Yeah.
Then you get a sweat on, and now you're cold.
Yeah. It's just sports in winter. That's why you don't layer it really hard. You just run a thin setup, because you go, okay, what's going to happen once I'm warmed up?
You don't understand my hate for the cold.
I'm coming to have an appreciation for it.
You know, and it's twofold for me. I went out in our last cold snap, and I was like, no, you know what? Screw it. I'm still trying to get back in shape. Jumped on the mountain bike, got like 3 miles in, and was just like dying of an asthma attack that I didn't know I still had. Thought I grew out of that. Apparently not in the 40-degree weather. So, yeah. I don't like the cold, and it doesn't like me.
Do you ever consider that maybe the universe just did not intend you to live with how broken you are?
I'm too stubborn to die.
Oh, apparently it has decided you will be miserable. You will suffer.
I could have told you that already. I scare therapists.
I am sure.
That's a joke for anybody listening. I'm not actually crazy. That's another joke. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I'm sitting there going, now it's not a joke. You're just straight up lying.
He's making shit up now.
Yeah, this man's full of shit. Ignore everything he says from here on out.
I thought that was our default.
It really is.
I thought that was a standard, SOP for certain.
Hell, we're telling them they're watching people live here. We're actually lying. We just take random footage over the internet and spend our Monday nights just bored as shit doing this.
Shh! Shut up! What the hell are you doing that for?
I don't want them to know how much of a loser I am. God!
My parents' basement's cold.
My mom is going to bring me my tendies later.
Buffalo wings, sir. Buffalo wings.
Lies.
Get it right.
So Stormy setting our first time for qualifying Moto 2, a 136.490. Apparently he's intent on continuing to tell everybody else to go faster.
Could somebody knock this man out of first place?
I would imagine being on comms, the only comment he makes is, do better. Get good, scrub.
He's going to be the new Marc Marquez for me.
Oh my god, don't open any windows, Stormy.
Beware of window.
Beware of window.
Did you see the video of the wiener hitting him in the face?
No, I'm not into gay porn. Oh, okay. I see.
Yes, he came home and one of the dogs jumped up and totally sniped him in the eye. It was pretty great.
Jesus. Your schadenfreude is just a little out of control at this point, sir.
Ah, come on, his dogs were saying hi to him. Yes?
Yeah, you said dog.
Yes, it is. Hey, speaking of dogs, Race Direction Heinz here has a fantastic dog story.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'll if he wants to jump in and talk about it, but
Oh, no! How can
know
I
what we're
forget?
talking about now.
How can I forget?
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate.
Oh, it is totally appropriate. So, viewers, I know you've seen the memes and the jokes about, a Roomba rolling over a steaming dog turd in the middle of your living room. Well, Heinz has lived that now. It happened.
And he sold the Roomba rather than clean it.
Yeah, no, somebody bought it for Heinz. What was it, $250?
$150 with
Somebody bought a literal shit-packed Roomba for $150. Wow.
with the turd still in it.
Yeah, you didn't clean it.
No, I didn't clean it all.
You're bolder than me because I would have threw that straight in the garbage.
I started to, and I was like, you know what? I bet I could make money off this.
Or at least lose less money.
It's a great story.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It would have been even worse to be sitting there watching it and just having the horror of realizing what's about to happen.
I've got a lot of funny conversations with complete strangers about it.
Yes, you do. I'm jealous. I'm also looking at my Roomba right now going, oh God, do I trust you?
Do you
I
cover it
already
in
changed
shit?
my dog's diet.
And
We're
so-
past that.
Oh, okay.
What, you just don't feed him anymore?
Yep.
That or you just
PETA,
stop.
that's not true. That was a joke.
You stop feeding him explosives.
Yeah, no more C4 in his diet.
Yeah. Cut down on that, and he has less of that explosive mess all over the house.
Yeah, meanwhile, I fed my dog salmon and pasta tonight, so...
There you go, you spoiled little bastard.
He is.
It's all right.
But he hasn't destroyed Roomba yet, so...
Yeah, when Kriegs destroys a Roomba, the salmon stops.
I don't want to think about that. That dude has double baggers, man.
Oh, so far, Voss putting down a 136.1. 8 minutes remaining, and Spanky 0.215 seconds behind him. Stormy 0.341 seconds behind him. Apparently, these boys have decided that Moto 2 is where they're going to really come out to play.
So I'm gonna make a bet really quick. I know he hadn't set a lap yet, but I think if Al can set a lap, he'll be faster than Matt in this one.
I would not complain to see that.
Come on, Bear, let's go.
Oh, that's Bear tosses key. Bear, that
Matt, it's qualifying.
Bear, that is not exactly how you make the turn typically.
That's how I take turns, man.
He likes berms.
That's how I win track days. People's survival instinct is stronger than them wanting to put up with my passing.
And of course, we have Spanky in where Jay was for our previous round. That's kind of what we did there. We traded Spanky in.
Spanky's on.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what this next sector looks like.
Yeah, he was a little rough there, and it just removed the display for him. Yeah, I think it might have been an invalidated time. Yep. So, looking pretty good, though, so far for Moto 2 here. Oh, wow. That tail end in the air.
Yeah, gotta keep it fancy, right?
Yeah.
For the viewers. If you haven't done that coming into a corner, you truly haven't, scared yourself to death.
Yeah, you haven't broken in your suit until you've had your tail in the air for the first time. You break in your suit real quick at that point. It's a brown break-in.
My favorite is when you've got a tire and a suspension setup that likes to squeal as it's barely touching.
Yeah.
So you're blasting in the corners, and all the people in the pit wall hear is herp, 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 herp.
Oh, yeah.
My
That scares a
S21s
little
on my
bit.
Triumph were notorious about that.
I think this is it, guys. Al's gonna see
Yeah,
his first
look
lap.
at this. Yep. 2 red sections already.
I think you're right here, Heinz. I mean,
Yeah.
sectors like that.
Yeah, I think he's been practicing this track for Moto 2 a little bit.
Well, and he also laid down some warm-up laps. So in our intermission, we can still see all the streams. And while
Yeah.
everybody else is sitting in the lobby and doing whatever, Bear was turning laps.
Yeah, I think he's
That's 3.
decided. I think he's decided Moto 2 is his class this season.
I was talking to him yesterday, and he wanted to make it a point to beat Boss in Moto 2.
Well, all right then, go for it, Bear. And let's see what he gets here. Oh, there it is. A 135.534.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
Putting himself over half a second ahead of Voss and almost a full second ahead of Stormy.
He'd be ahead of Heinz, too, if he was racing.
Accurate. Fax machine.
Facts.
That's machine!
Very true. Absolutely.
I dig it.
Stormy.
We're going to have a really good Moto 2 race.
Wow! Stormy moving himself up into second, 0.003 seconds behind.
That is an insulting time to Stormy.
Wow! These guys are just really starting to slap each other in the face with the gauntlets now.
So
That'll
if I
work.
remember correctly, Stormy is number 4 in Moto 2 on Xbox. Hades is in number 2 place. So
Good
he's
God.
still quick on the Moto 2 bikes.
I guess we
He's
don't
quick, but he ain't as quick as our Bear.
we don't have Hades here tonight though. I guess will he not be here for GP either?
No, unfortunately, he's not going to be able to make
Okay,
it.
that's unfortunate.
Oh,
Always good to have him here. So sorry to see that he'll be out. I'm sure we'll see him next race at Mugello, which will be, what is that, 2 weeks from now? So,
Look at this, guys. Look at this.
oh my.
Good
God.
Bear!
Bear that
Hey,
is.
somebody get this man a drug test.
Oh my God. We're going to have to start putting one of them blocky Japanese filters over this. This is lewd.
Oh my god, Chris.
This needs to be censored. You can't show this on a screen on most streaming services.
You could probably do that, actually.
Let me just get some McDonald's Wi-Fi. We'll have that in no time.
Oh, I was thinking OBS plugin, so you can try to do it and break the
Nah,
entire stream.
who needs a
But,
plug-in? All you need is a shitty connection. It'll do it for you.
Makes sense. Just quickly plug and unplug your Ethernet cable.
Yes. All right. Hang on, BRB.
Clearly how that works.
So Bichon, having yet to set a lap time, having a bit of difficulty here. 2 minutes remaining in qualifying, so he might want to get on that. Baird waiting in the pits. He's
Yeah,
had
what's
decent.
up with Baird not wanting
I don't know, but he's had decent. He had decent racing in Moto 3s, so maybe he
So I'm
just
not
feels
sure if
like
you
I
guys
don't need much
missed it
practice.
or not. Baird just went off track, second to last corner,
Oh,
and invalidated.
well, he's got one more lap to try.
This would be his opportunity to get in front of Bichon.
There it is. Bear has jumped into the pits, making a few changes. Stormy, meanwhile, staying out, wanting to get down below that half second behind Bear, but his first section so far is a nope. Ditto for Voss.
I don't think that's going to cut it.
Yep, Voss. Not able to push it down either. I don't think either of them are going to catch Bear's time. That was just
Looks like Stormy
ridiculous.
can get closer, but 2 sectors orange like that, I don't think it's enough.
Doubtful, unless he can just make up a ton of time on the back of the track, and I don't think he will.
Yeah, I think you'd be extremely hard-pressed to even attempt something like that.
Yep, very doubtful.
Yeah, it looks like Voss is just phoning it in.
He's just kind of getting through this lap. Yeah, that is just going to be a hard time to catch.
Crash at this point.
That is going to be a hard time to catch.
I mean, Storm is doing great work here, just not quite Bear levels of work, I guess.
Not quite to that same level.
Looks like that fourth sector was slow.
And Bear deciding to just throw it on the front section there.
Bear's done without a qualifying time. Bichon is the same way.
Yep, Bichon does not have a qualifying, so they'll be on our back row here.
Not necessarily. So it's showing gray, but if he's even 1/100th down, it's going to show gray, which means there's still a chance if he gets this chicane right, he may have a fast sector here.
From Bear?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, we weren't talking about Bear. Get back to your race direction, dude, peasant.
We were talking about Bear.
That damn D.
Exactly. He's gonna be Bear from now on.
We're just calling him D. Actually,
he needs to put a UH on the end of his gamer tag. Bear.
Can we just call him Cowie Guy?
Brutal.
Shots fired at the Cowie gang.
Well, wait, did you say Cowie or Callie?
Cowie.
Cowie.
I mean,
now I'm the deaf one.
We could shots fired at the Cali gang too. So there we are. Al Bear taking the first place slot for qualifying there with a 1:35.002.
He looks proud.
Yep, Stormy half a second behind him, and Voss going to be on the front row. Spanky, Key, and Bichon going to be on your second row, and Baird on the third row. Baird. Is that how we're going to say it for Le Mans? Baird.
You got me on the internet, and you're going to get me being racist now. So
it's not racist.
It's not.
French, as the language, is not a race. It is. What would it be? Would it be linguist? Is that what you call discriminating between languages now? It's no longer the study of it. You just call it being linguist.
It's 2020. I'm sure there's a name.
I'm sure there's some way in which I'm being horribly offensive right now, which I'm okay with. Yeah, which I'm okay with. I could see what Stormy was complaining about there. You can see on the display it's showing his ping as being garbage, or his connection or whatever. I'm not sure how they gauge that.
Oh, there it is. Well, he's in California.
Yep. It is
probably
a dystopia.
Right next to his house or something.
Yeah. When the cables are on fire, they don't move data quite as fast.
Oh, come on. I thought hot copper conducted electricity better. Higher resistance? Never heard of her.
Nobody uses FireWire anymore.
Literal FireWire.
So waiting for everybody to finish setup, and we will start our second race of the evening. This is going to be Moto 2 at Le Mans on the Xbox.
Oh, wait for the shot of the track that comes back. Give it just a moment.
Hey guys, I think Stormies are Frenchmen living in Ireland.
Oh, is that
Stormy? Oh yeah, that's what it was.
He's across the pond.
That's what it was. That's right. For some reason, I was thinking it was one of our California guys.
Fine. The arrow that points right on the track. Do you really think if you're on the track, you don't know that it turns right?
I mean, it's entirely possible.
It's going to cycle around right after the Ferris wheel. Wait for it.
They've had as many head injuries as you have. It's possible that they're missing it.
What is that?
It's a right turn sign. What's wrong with you, son?
God, it's 2020.
While we're waiting here, we'll go ahead and thank our sponsors. We have Woods Cycle Country, Moto Orangutan, Motul, Mass Motorsports, and South Central Race Center / we're still not sure if it's just Pirelli or them.
Like I said last time, they're both deserving.
Yes. So we thank them for providing prizes for our racers this season. For our razors, the guys that cut each other.
I like to picture my Pirelli tires in a tuxedo t-shirt.
Ah, yes, of course.
I feel like you're not picking up on the reference, so that just makes me sad.
No, I haven't.
Talladega Nights?
No. I am not a Will Ferrell fan. You're going to lose me every time there.
That was John C. Reilly, actually.
Okay, but that's why you're watching that movie is for him, so, Anyway, second race of the evening here, Moto2 at Le Mans. They are off. Bear with a solid start there. Ooh, finds himself almost neck and neck with Stormy. Wow, bit of bowling there from Voss, and only took himself out.
Not enough for the sound effect. I had
Not
it queued up.
enough. Nope, but only Voss. He tried to take out the rest of the pack, but he just wound up screwing himself over. So now 3 seconds.
The penalty from the other way.
Yep. So now 3 seconds off the back of the pack for Voss. He's going to have a lot of work to catch back up.
Yeah, here's the problem Voss has. He's still off of Bear's pace.
Yeah.
Bear is up front and is ready to put on a clinic.
Well,
Voss has a lot of work to do.
That and the part that up front are three guys that were all within, a second or two of each other.
If I was Bear, I would feel scared right now.
I don't think Bear is going to be scared in the least. The guy's clearly put his practice in this week.
Look at him stretching that gap out already.
I know. Telling you, he has been practicing hard at this on Moto2 and is really getting it down. Ooh, but Spanky with some nice aggressive push.
Not enough, but it's there.
Oh, look at this. Oh, a little bit of a love tap there. Coming into the final two turns and onto the front straight. But Bear stretching it back out again. Giving himself
I like how we get the helmet buffeting in this angle.
Yeah. Yeah, they at least got that part right. So into the chicanes, very nicely done. Bear with minimal drama. Tail out just a little bit, but holds it all together. Meanwhile, we watch Bichon go flying out of 4, unfortunately. And Voss now creeping up on Baird. And a very clean pass.
Yeah, there goes the move.
Whoa! As Baird slips back up under him. The next turn. Look at these two at it with each other.
Touch.
Yeah, a little bit of touch here and there. As they're coming into 8, and Baird just winds up tossing out 8.
Baird. We're just going to call him Big D.
Big D. Meanwhile, Bear out front, absolutely flying, now a little over a second ahead of Spanky in the straights. Looking like Bear, if he can continue to push at this pace, he's going to dominate this race big time.
That helmet he's wearing looks awful familiar.
Which one is that?
I'm pretty sure that's the same helmet I have, the same AGV.
Oh.
Where it's close enough to be there.
Yeah, Bear
he's just putting on a clinic here.
He's having a hell of an evening for Moto2 so far.
Happy tire pressures, happy temperatures.
Look at this.
Pressure, temperatures.
Very late turn in through there and just brings it through with a lot of speed. Yeah, that's not a bad line through 5 and 6 at all.
Look at that trail braking. Fantastic.
He is looking great at this track. Good God.
Somebody get this man a triumph in real life.
Once he heals up, I think he needs to get himself a Daytona. In this aggressive last second, the juke here, a little bit later than he probably should have been there, but I think he'll manage to hold on to his gap. But Spanky's still all over him.
He might have actually been better off taking a time penalty there and carrying speed through that second corner.
Might have, but I think he'll be okay.
I mean, I appreciate the fact that he just tried to get back on track as quickly as possible.
Yep, he held it in there. Didn't wind up picking up any penalties. But it was definitely, he tried to push it and pushed probably a bit further than he should have. So looking back from Bear now, you can see Spanky still trying to push up on him. Meanwhile, Voss has worked his way up into fourth, but still has 4 seconds to catch these guys. And at the pace that they're all moving, I mean, can we appreciate the fact that, yeah, Bear had a stupid pace in qualifying, but Spanky and Stormy are not falling way back, despite Bear's attempts to really stretch it out.
No, I mean not at all. They're all performing really well tonight.
This is definitely how you do this in Moto 2. This is how you run this track. Whoa, that tail moving around. Bear definitely, he's feeling the pressure and trying to keep that pace up. It is impressive seeing this kind of speed from 3 guys, not a one of them slowing down at all. Stormy now making moves on Spanky. Oh, that is tough. You can see him looking for it in every braking zone.
Did we lose a rider?
Yes, we did.
Sam Crow disconnected.
Oh.
Damn. McDonald's.
Oh, sorry, Key. I think he'll be back for GP, assuming it was nothing major.
He won't be back.
Oh, he won't? Okay.
That sounds like a rage quit.
It is rough when the front of the pack is doing this.
It really is. I mean, this ain't even fair.
Well, I mean, it's fair between the 3 of them. And let's face it, Voss got himself into the trouble he's in. You can see Bichon and Baird at the back of the pack here. Probably not trying too hard to catch the rest of the pack, but good to have a fight with each other. Wow, yeah. I suspect that little tail waggle we saw there, from the racer's perspective, actually gave a bit of a tap. Ooh, a bit of a tap coming into 7 there.
Tap.
Yep. Watch him swing it around 8.
We might want to pop up to the fight for 2nd and 3rd right now. Look at those times. They're a 10th off of each other.
Our other camera decided to come up and work, so I am currently looking at Stormy and Spanky having their fight here.
You know what gets me is look who's creeping up in the background.
Yeah, you can see Voss now. Starting to get a look at him. He's got 3 laps left to try and catch him. So clearly he's had some good laps. He's had a lot of clear track in front of him too, so it's all been on him to just put down the pace. Spanky just still unable to completely close the distance on Stormy, despite the fact that Stormy can't shake him, but Spanky just can't slip through. Every time he tries to get up there, Stormy's saying, nope, you get back there. You're going to stay at the bottom of the podium. I'm going to be the one pushing for first.
They are really playing cat and mouse here.
Yep, and it has started to slow him down a little bit. You can see Bear now able to put
Stormy there.
Yep. It has slowed him down, though, some. You can see that Stormy now is 2.5 behind Bear. So clearly tangling with Spanky, starting to impede him a little bit. And probably helping Voss catch up. You can see now Voss just over 2 seconds behind.
Voss is moving.
He is hustling. He is absolutely hustling.
Now, what I hope these guys realize, Stormy and Spanky, is that if they make a mistake and they crash, they've given that position to Voss.
Yep, they have got Voss just waiting for them to screw up.
I would say on top of that, they need to worry about how close they let him get with their penalties. I've watched Spanky cut the inside probably 5 times now.
Yeah, the penalties are going to make a difference. Yep. The penalties are going to make a difference when you're pushing this hard and this close with everybody else. Because Bear has been running clean. I don't think penalties are going to be an issue for him at all. Yeah, he has nothing so far. And I don't think Voss... hang on a second. Bit of throat trouble there. Yeah, I don't think Voss has any penalties either. So if these two aren't careful, they can wind up counting themselves out on penalties.
That'd be rough.
Yeah, it would, because they're having a hell of a fight staying up front. So 7th lap. The fight up front still very active. At the back of the pack, Bichon now 30 seconds back behind these guys up front here. Or Bichon and Baird. But they're definitely back there playing with each other still, so that part of the race isn't determined either.
I'm a little concerned for Al right now. I think his tires are starting to wear off. With, Stormy catching him.
He's close to the end, though.
He still has tire to go. I think he's probably been going conservative in order to hang on to tires.
Now, Hines, do they fade off in traction as you wear them down?
Absolutely, especially if the temperature's high. Yeah, they'll move off pretty quick. My concern for Al is the double right hairpin. That's I think it's called Virage Vert.
Yeah.
We're coming up to it here in a second.
Yeah, turn 8. Yep.
He's blown that corner twice now. And when he's coming out of the corner, his back end's kicking out a lot harder than it was earlier on in the race.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's able to hold that together.
Yep. He is on the penultimate lap. And, very wide. And Stormy. Yep, Stormy is capitalizing on it. Yep, that did put a penalty on him. That's going to give him a quarter-second penalty, so he is going to have to stretch a lead now if he wants to hang on to first. And a brilliant pass through 10 by Stormy. Saw the opportunity, and it was very clean. That was impressive.
And Stormy's starting to walk away a little bit.
That he is.
Look at this, guys. Medusa's right on them.
Oh, Lordy. Yep, Voss, having come in from behind, is now making a run for the podium on the last lap. Look at this, through on the straights, into one. Closes the door on Spanky.
Wow!
Ooh, Spanky trying to push back hard into 3. Wow, these two are going to be all over each other for this final lap. Voss taking a wider line through 5 and 6.
Yeah, I think that's going to set him up well for,
Yep, he's looking good for 7. Meanwhile, Bear trying to hang on to Stormy. Both of them continuing to have great laps, but Bear really, really wide through 8. Clearly starting
to go off the gravel.
Yep, clearly starting to see the effects of those tires being worn.
Yeah, look at his front.
Yep, he's got enough fuel, but his front's starting to heat up a little bit on him, and he's worn things enough that, yeah, you can see. Oh, and Voss manages to come through on him.
Oh!
Voss manages to come through. Bear having trouble putting it together. It's looking like the tires have just given him trouble, and he is having trouble keeping it together this last bit of the race. It has thrown his rhythm off after dominating. Oh, man! After dominating the race and qualifying, Bear it all comes apart on him on the final lap. You can see that disappointed him.
What are you doing? There's still 2 racers. Go, 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 go!
Get your points, boy. Oh, that was rough. That just fell apart for him on the last lap, and you can tell he's upset by that. I can understand why he's a little mad about that one.
Yeah, but get your points, sir.
Oh, man. Bear goes ahead and pulls in there. Takes his 4th. Oh, that was disappointing after having a wonder. But look at Voss's lap time during the race there.
Voss was working. No doubt about that.
He wanted to be back up there. So that'll put Stormy in 1st, Voss in 2nd, Spanky in 3rd, and Bear with just a disappointing 4th after doing so well. Oh, that's rough. Boy, it was a hell of a performance up to that point. Just couldn't hold it together for that final lap. And Baird and Bichon out back had a good time fighting with each other the entire time. You could see they were going ahead and just enjoying, okay, we ain't going to catch the pack, but let's have some fun back here. So they had a good fight too. So that'll be the end of our 2nd race for the evening. That'll be all for Moto 2. We will be briefly on a break. I think we've got, about 7 minutes this time again. And then we will be back for our final qualifying and race of the evening. That'll be GP here at Le Mans on the Xbox. Thanks for watching, folks. Glad to have you here. Good evening, folks. Welcome back for our final qualifying of the evening. This is going to be MotoGP at Le Mans on the Xbox. How y'all doing? Make sure to say hi to us. You can send us nasty messages in chat. Tell us how awful we are at what we do.
You might want to define nasty.
I mean, you know. Maybe at some point we'll have to have mods. For now, we don't. So we are getting ready to start our final race of the evening.
I mean, we do have moderators. It's called you and I.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh, my God. Don't make me do more than one thing at a time.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear that. I was trying to do something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Hines deciding to go ahead and head out there since we've got obviously a bit of a short crew tonight. So he'll be joining us on the track. Mac, back as he has been the last few times. Good to see you, Mac. And of course, Stormy, Spanky, Bichon, Voss, and Bear all heading out again. Bear having an unfortunate end to that last race after doing so great.
That sucked. That
really was. Apparently, from what we were hearing over the break, he made a bad tire choice on the front end, and by the final lap, it just cost him. Couldn't stick the turns anymore. So that was unfortunate. I wish him better luck next time.
Well, next time's right here, so.
Well, let's talk about for Moto 2. Clearly, he was having a great time in Moto 2 this time. As Hines was saying earlier, Bear was determined to beat Voss this time in Moto 2, and up until the end, it looked like he was going to do it. And then, man, that was unfortunate. So, everybody getting started up here as we start qualifying for GP. Stormy looking like probably be our first one to put down a lap as he has been the past couple of classes. Tell you what, that man gets out there and just starts racing immediately, doesn't he? Nope. Decides to go for a reset. Yep. Decides to go for a reset.
Which bike is he on?
Mac on the Honda. I didn't see exactly what Stormy was on. Want to say he was on the Ducati? Maybe?
I can't verify that anymore because we don't have history.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we do not.
He's on the Idemitsu Honda Team Asia bike.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, there's an issue when you just see that Repsol Honda and all you think is hateful things.
You know that therapist you were talking about? You need to go talk to him some more, son. It causes you those kinds of problems.
They just need to retire that. I don't know if it's even just the palette that'll do it. Just retire that style of Honda, because we all know Mark is done. So let's move on. Let me appreciate Honda again.
Hoof size large.
You noticed this time when he came back from the hospital, he's immobilized.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're Honda's deciding their investments they've made. They don't want to lose them.
I think they already have. I don't think as a racer.
I suspect so.
Come back from, you might heal up, but at this point, he's battling usage of his arm just as a person, not even a racer.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of pushed it too hard there. Stormy putting down our first time as we expected here, a 1:30.5. Fairly conservative. Hines putting down 1.805 seconds behind him. running on the Pramac Ducati. Voss, Mack, Bear, Bichon, and Spanky yet to set down a time, but I'm sure we'll see him start turning them in here shortly. I've just watched a lot of people pulling into the pits to make adjustments here and there, so everybody clearly just figuring out what they want to do.
We got a long time left in qualifying still.
Yep, 10 minutes remaining, so they got plenty of time to tinker with things.
However, I'm still a fan of the at least put a lap down. Just even if it's garbage, put a lap down because somebody isn't going to.
Yeah, if somebody doesn't finish, you at least get ahead of them. So Max, so far, showing red for 2 sections, looking like he might manage to pull up to the front of the pack here pretty quick. That's one way to just put a lap down.
McCargo is brutally fast.
He really is. He's been consistently quick every time we've had him in. I'm always glad to see that he's decided to show up again and play. Hines now a second behind Stormy, knocking about 0.8 off of his time. And looks like Mack decided to pit in. Something about that lap did not satisfy him.
I would have just thrown the lap out there.
Clearly he felt like something was wrong and wanted to fix it.
Man, I guess. Here's my favorite sign coming up again.
Well, at least you'll know what direction to go if you ever get out on that track.
You know, as much as I would love to be like, yeah, man, I'm going to go ride internationally, but probably not.
Oh! Deshaun just sets it down and decides to go sliding into some gravel.
He wanted a custom paint job.
Yeah, clearly. Bear, meanwhile, putting down, so far, 2 sections. We'll see what he can do with GP this time. Hopefully he can get a little bit of redemption after having that unfortunate end to Moto 2 there.
That would be disheartening for me. I'd probably rage quit.
Nah, that's one of those ones where you know you made one mistake and that's what cost you. And you learn from the lesson on that one. Because clearly he had the actual getting around the track down correctly. It was just a bad strategic choice for tires. Mack once again on a nice hot pace. Looking good. Through 11 and 12 here. Or excuse me. 12 and 13. I always get confused looking at those. And yep, Matt.
We know you don't know how to count. It's okay.
I know it's hard. 1, 2, 5.
See, if you want to be competent at it, you got to add the count from Sesame Street.
1 turn.
Exactly. Now you
2 turns. Yes.
We're old. Is Sesame Street even still a thing?
Oh yeah, it's still around. As far as I know.
Good job, PBS. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, at least you kept something worth keeping.
They got rid of Bob Ross, man. They didn't keep the only thing worth keeping.
I'll tell you, the planet Earth yeeted Bob Ross, unfortunately.
Yeeted him?
What? He died at some point.
Did he?
I think he did. I want to say he's dead at this point. I believe
Come here,
he
Google.
is. Yeah. Is Bob Ross alive still? Yeah. Yeah. Died in 95, dude.
Whoa! Holy.
Yeah, you're a little behind the times, son. I couldn't remember when, but I knew he was gone.
Apparently. Come here, Wikipedia. Tell me more about Bob Ross.
And happy little trees.
There's no such thing as mistakes. Only happy
Yes.
little accidents.
Happy little accidents. Just that's what you. If I ever met, Marquez, that's exactly what I'd tell him.
What's that?
There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents.
Oh my god.
Oh, oh, Mac. Speaking of happy little accidents, Mac with a bit of an off there in 8. That's exactly what I'd say to Marquez. Oh, I am a terrible human being, and I acknowledge it. So Mac giving it another shot. And Stormy, one super fast section 1. Ooh, okay. So his first and third sections are group best so far. We'll see if he can go ahead and pull up to the front again. Hines still sitting 1.3 seconds off of Max. Spanky 1.5 seconds back. Deshaun 5.3 seconds back. And Voss and Bear have yet to put down times, with 3.5 minutes remaining. Ooh! Stormy now, once again, pulling out with his ability in qualifying to pull off BS times, putting himself 0.001 seconds behind Mac. Cut it a bit closer, sir. Tell you what, every race we've had Stormy for so far, last time and this one, he's just been downright solid.
That time difference is just. I thought the 3,000ths was insulting, but I'm gonna go with 1 is even worse.
1/1000th of a second behind. Basically tying, essentially, there.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the game going, ha!
Yeah, not quite enough.
Yeah, try again, peasant.
Oh! And Voss deciding to just step up and tie Hines' time, which I'm sure makes Hines happy.
I'm waiting for Hines to tick back in and start cussing.
And out comes the rage. And Bear putting down 2.2 seconds back off of the lead. So it's shaping up like we're going to have some guys actually racing here. Stormy and Mac close together, and the rest of the pack pretty close together there.
Hines must be going so slow tonight because he sounded surprisingly sober when he was talking.
That's true.
I mean, why have a member of Race Direction if you can't poke fun at him, right?
Exactly. When you're one of us and you're out there racing, we're going to give you some shit.
Even if you're not racing, if you're just like, minding your own business, doing your job properly, whatever, it's still just going to happen.
Ooh. Voss jumping. Yeah. Yeah, Voss, I think he noticed he had gotten in the way of Mac's lap and decided to jump back off the track real quick when he realized where he was. Good call on his part. I can appreciate him doing that because Mac is actually on a good lap here.
A solid lap.
Oh my God, a 129.443.
Wow.
Yep. going very fast.
Very, very fast.
Yes. Mac clearly coming out and deciding he's going to be quick. Yeah, deciding he's going to be quick this evening. Stormy 0.685 seconds off of that. And the rest of the pack right around 2 to 2.5 seconds back. With 25 seconds remaining in qualifying.
I'm going to go ahead and get off of this very sad Bob Ross.
Yeah, why would you be torturing yourself with that?
I don't know, man. He was a Master Sergeant, though.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Spends his whole life training people by yelling at them, and then decides to train people by telling them there's no mistakes, just happy little accidents.
Oh, God, I want to send that to the Marquez page.
That break your arm when you open a window.
Boys?
Yes, sir.
So, I only have one drink in me.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's it. Need to bring out the drunken master.
He's texted that. That's going to kick in halfway through the...
God, it is. So, McArgo taking pole for GP for the evening. Stormy and Spanky going to round out your front row. Hines, Voss, and Bear on your second row. And Bashan bringing up the rear. And now we will do our 2 minutes of waiting for everybody to do their final setups. Obviously, Hines is refueling as well.
I may or may not have just purchased a Bob Ross tree ornament for my dad.
Oh my God. So while we wait here, give a shout out again to our sponsors that have generously provided prizes for our racers. That will be Mass Motorsports, Motul, Moto Orangutan, because we got lots of M's in there because it's all about that moto stuff. Woods Cycle Country, South Central Race Center, and Pirelli bringing tires for the guys that win in GP. That's a fancy prize. I wouldn't mind a set of tires. Maybe I should learn to not suck at this game.
Well, you know.
That'll never happen.
I know.
If Hines can't do it, you can't either.
So just waiting for everybody to finish up here.
I'm getting off this website before I buy more things. BobRoss.com, everybody.
See, this is what the rest of y'all reckon. This is where your pain is turning into his gain. Now he's going to buy Bob Ross ornaments with it.
I did.
It's not a mistake. It's a happy little accident.
A couple Christmases ago, I think we got my dad 1 or 2 Bob Ross t-shirts. He wears them in public. It's fantastic.
I mean, who wouldn't? It's impossible to find somebody that does not appreciate Bob Ross. Such a nice fella. Such a nice fella. Hard to hate him.
Sometimes I wonder if we actually run a MotoGP league.
Do we?
I don't think we do, man. We clearly run a Bob Ross league.
Bob Ross.
Better than Rick Ross.
Oh, God. 9 p.m., MotoGP. 9:45, painting lessons.
Yes.
I just need to get old Bob Ross clips to run after the race. Oh, boy.
The joy of painting.
Yes. Oh, God.
You ever see the epic rap battle of history with Bob Ross?
No.
It was Bob Ross versus Picasso. It's fantastic.
At some point, I kind of got tired of those. I was just like, okay. The gag was funny early on, but now I'm bored with it.
They did okay on some of them. I don't like all of them, but certain ones I definitely enjoy. The Bob Ross versus Picasso being one of them.
Oh, Picasso. Oh. And Tony's connection just took it. There he goes. Okay. All right.
God damn.
Stop putting swamp water on the cable, son.
The alligator chewed on his cable.
That must be it. And we are about to start our final race of the evening. This is going to be a GP at Le Mans on the Xbox. And they are off. A good start from Spanky, putting himself out front. Mac just behind. Hines managing to slip up under through 1 and 2. Solid work into the chicanes through 3 and 4. And, oh my! That was Stormy, Voss, and I think Bear got caught up in it as well. Big wreck. Yep. That is a bit of bowling in turn 4 there.
That sound effect was supposed to happen like 10 seconds sooner.
Yeah.
But, you know, whatever.
That is probably the most dangerous part of that starting that race is through the chicane there at 3 and 4. Far scarier than 1 and 2. And sure enough, that was it. So Hines now...
The fact that it's only happened in GP is quite surprising.
It is. I figured it would have happened at least in Moto3. But I think also having a slightly smaller field tonight is probably contributing to it not being as rough. So Hines now half a second out ahead of Mac. But with how fast Mac was in qualifying, that's going to be hard to hold on to. That is going to be very rough. Deshaun now finding himself in third.
From Hines in my other ear that his heart's pounding with McCargo right behind him.
Yeah. Yeah, Mac is definitely going to be all over him. Though
Hines
in the
is also worried that he's used too much fuel already.
Yeah, look, he blazed away in the straights there. But Mac just seems to be sitting back and conserving for now. In no big hurry.
Go ahead and run out of fuel, Hines. We will definitely add it to our highlights reel.
Meanwhile, the rest of the field managing to pass Bichon, who had gotten ahead of him after the big bowling accident, had taken Stormy, Voss, Bear, and Spanky all out of the running for the moment. And they are now just over 6 seconds behind Mac. So most of the field going to spend this race catching up. Man, that was a rough start to the race. I'm kind of like you two. I'm a little surprised we didn't see something sooner in that turn. It is a super rough turn.
I guess it makes sense you put them on the ridiculous bikes, and that's when it happens. But...
Yeah. But that is a really tough turn to make in a pack. So here, looking at it from Bear's perspective... Looking like he's having a little trouble putting together a solid time here. Ooh! And Hines comes through, sets a lap record, and then Mac immediately behind him sets an even faster lap record.
I'm hearing some lag excuses from Hines right now.
I'm sure. Tell you what, Hines, we're not going to accept it unless you go borrow Oba's controller.
Hines has McDonald's Wi-Fi. Changed my mind.
Your excuse is invalid.
He thinks it's lag, but it's really that shot he just took kicking in.
There it is. So Voss and Spanky.
There.
Yep, Voss and Spanky having a good fight here. Voss trying to catch him and push through so they can get a shot at Stormy. Looking inside into 7, just not quite close enough.
Is that hitching on your end as well, or just mine?
Probably just on yours. Excuse me, that wasn't... Yeah. My brain is in the wrong place.
Yeah, mine's in my bed right now, but whatever. I mean, these guys are all looking strong. It's
Yes. Yes, this whole pack has decided they are going to... It looks like everybody doesn't want to fight too much because they don't want to risk not being able to catch Hines and Max. So there's not too much drama here back at the back of the pack. Everybody's just kind of... Yep. Everybody's just kind of pushing. And Spanky having an off. And that's going to let Voss through to now have a shot at Stormy. Meanwhile, Mac sitting 0.1 seconds off of Hines, keeping that pressure on him.
Hines has a little bit of poo in his shorts right now, but it's okay. Because as he said, he's only here to take points away from Voss.
Is that his entire plan?
Now he's making tire excuses.
Meanwhile, Mac definitely all over Hines. You can see here. Hines definitely having to fight for first. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack, funny enough, they are not able to bring it any closer than that 5.5 seconds that Stormy is sitting back. I think
These guys are moving quick.
Yep. Bear is having trouble getting a solid line put together. Spanky had that wreck earlier. So that leaves Voss and Stormy as the main ones that can push for it. And so far, neither of them making any big moves to catch up.
Well, right now Hines really wants to keep that first position. And McCargo's just going to push him until he makes a mistake or he runs out of tire.
That he is.
Next little chunk there, those guys are... I mean, just roll the dice to see which one of them is going to come up,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I have to admit in GP, between Voss and Stormy, I'm not going to be able to make a pick. They're both probably going to be about the same level in here. Oh! Never mind. Voss having an off.
Oof.
That's going to cost him a lot with these guys. Ooh, as he tries, looked like he came out there and might have blocked Bear a little bit.
Looking at Hines' numbers here, he's got plenty of fuel left at the moment. His tires are becoming a little concerning.
Yeah. He's really had to burn. I can see that rear. He's really had to burn it hard through the right turns in particular in order to stay ahead. And I believe the Ducati, you still have to drive it by pretty much drifting it. So that is going to contribute a lot to wear when you try to push a pace.
We'll see, though. Unfortunately, I don't have McCargo's stream information, so I can't see his.
Yeah. Max looking solid. It really seemed early on, though, like he was being patient and just waiting it out. And I suspect the only reason he's as close as he is now is just to put some pressure on the Hines.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. I don't even want to know. I don't need to know what y'all do in your spare time together. Consenting adults and all that.
He's talking about how hard his heart's beating right now. Heart attack.
Mac is definitely just threatening Hines as they come through 9 and 10.
Hines is putting on a clinic, though. He's consistent.
He is looking good. He is looking very good out front there.
If we keep talking about him, he's going to get cursed.
Perhaps, but I mean, isn't that a point of having us here? And meanwhile, at the back of the pack, Voss now finds himself just behind Bear, who is now having a bit of a battle with Spanky. We'll go ahead and jump over there and see how that's looking. Bear, unfortunately, finding himself with about half a second in penalties, probably because of the fact that, like I'd seen there, he's had a few wide turns that he's been blowing consistently during this race, unfortunately. Seems to be sitting way to that outside whenever he can on that front straight. And, yeah, kind of rough through the chicanes there. Just a bit late on the brakes like he was in Moto 3.
There he goes.
Yep, Spanky coming on through. Yep, Spanky looking very solid. Pushing Bear hard. Ooh, Bear and Voss almost having a little contact as Voss comes up on him. Looking for the pass.
They just wanted to shake hands. It's okay.
Look at this. Voss way inside, but has to push wide to make the pass happen. Can't make it stick. But manages to get him finishing. Well, okay then. That's one way to get that turn out of 8. Oh, Bear a little bit.
Voice right now.
Bear a little bit late on the brakes. And looking like Voss and Spanky have made it stick and are going to go ahead and push through and try to push for second. Unless Bear can get it together and catch back up.
McCargo, I don't know if you're looking at this, but McCargo is pushing
he is
so hard right now.
As we start our penultimate lap for GP, Mac is just all over Hines, and apparently, it may be that Hines is actually forcing Mac to work really hard. We watch him swing very wide through 5 and 6, swings up under for 7, gets the pass barely. He was definitely waiting back behind Hines, trying to intimidate him, trying to get him to burn some tire, and now he is taking advantage of it. Yep, you can see him crawling away there, and I think Hines has been too gentle on his fuel because now he's got so much left.
Well, I'm seeing a more of a tire issue than a fuel issue.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see what he'll do with these final laps.
Here between racers.
Yep. We'll see what he does with these final laps. Because, yeah, wow, Mac pushed through and is now almost 2 seconds ahead. Hines can hang on to second if he can avoid making mistakes that cost him in front of Stormy and Spanky. Actually, Spanky far enough back at this point that probably not much of a consideration there. It's just going to be Stormy back behind Hines.
We have a lot of Ys.
We do. Whoa, what's going on here with Hines all of a sudden slowing down a ton?
So I think Hines is having some internet issues and a lot of rage as well.
Okay.
I think this is how McCargo got in front of him as well.
Yeah, definitely noticing some weird issues that seem to be latency related.
Yeah, every time he hitches, it's slowing him down in some awkward manner. It's quite weird.
That is frustrating because he was having a great race up to that point.
Oh, he's having a fantastic race. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking at his stream directly, and every time that happens, the bike in front of him jitters away and the bike behind him comes up closer.
Yeah, that sucks. That is disappointing. Because it was fun watching him get tortured by Mac.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the highlight of my race. But I was kind of secretly rooting for him to win.
I almost wanted to see that too. But he does take a solid second. Unfortunately, doesn't get the first that he should have had. Mac did actually race quite well. Same for Stormy. Spanky and Voss coming in as well. And Bear. And Bichon finds himself 35 seconds back off of the pack. Rough race. Very rough race with how everybody got thrown out so early. A lot of the field spent the entire time playing catch-up. So
it happens.
Yep, there you go, folks. McCargo gonna be first. Hines taking second. Yep, even after penalties applied. Stormy sitting in third, giving another good performance for us. He's been a fun addition to see. Spanky, unfortunately, unable to catch up to the podium. And same with Voss and Bear, just wrecks and other mistakes costing him there. Bashan finding himself back there. Man, it was a rough field to be up against. Still putting down a 134.8, which is good, but whew, this field is not going to be nice to you.
No, yeah, it's not so much that he's running slow. It's just that the rest of the field
really
is running
fast.
really fast.
Yes. So that is going to be it for this evening. That'll be our last race for the night. We will be back in 2 weeks. What date is that? I've neglected to look that up.
Can I beat you to it?
The 29th? No, excuse me, 28th? Or was it the 4th that we start back?
The 4th, January 4th.
Okay, so January 4th we'll be back at Mugello. So look forward to it then. Practice over the holidays. Be safe over the holidays, please. We'd love for everybody to be back with us then. We will catch you next time. Appreciate you watching, racers. Great evening, and we will see y'all later.